Hey everyone, my name is Shane, and this is Aim High, your guide to achieving self-motivated goals. Together, we're going to explore why it's imperative for us to set goals and be intentional about defining what it is that motivates us. Why exactly should we do that? Well, I'm glad you asked. In the words of the great 19th century philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, he who has a why to live can bear almost any how. So let's take a closer look on how we can help articulate our why and begin our journey to self-motivation. I define motivation simply as the what and the why that is driving you to achieve your goals. With our time, I'd like to dive into 6 crucial reasons why self-motivation can help us become the successful people we want to become, the best versions of ourselves. First, motivation provides a scoreboard for immediate, in-the-moment feedback. It defines our perceptions and what it is we want to accomplish. Motivation provides a justification for the effort and clear direction for tasks. It provides us with the transparent ability to update our intellectual software. It shows us what we're capable of in the best and worst ways. Finally, it gives us the power to impact. In his book, 12 Rules for Life, Jordan Peterson heeds the wise advice: compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. Motivation at its most basic level consists of you transforming into a little bit better person than you were the day before. Small incremental progress of self-actualization, which over time yields results that you can't even begin to imagine. Your scoreboard is yourself yesterday, so that you can ask yourself, did you wake up and stop doing at least one thing that you consciously knew you were doing that was ethically wrong? The question posed by the scoreboard allows us to improve on our strengths and to stop giving in to our weaknesses. In turn, this begins to highlight issues in our motivational framework that need to be addressed acutely, like right now, and highlight other issues that we know will take some time to work on. Altogether, the self-leaderboard tells you exactly how your current plan of life is working. How potent are your actions in leading you towards your personal goals? Sometimes this can be too frightening to look at, to actually see what it is that we've been aiming at this whole time, and then to recognize that it was the wrong thing. Perception gives us the ability to choose what it is that we're aiming at. It is true that we only perceive what we're looking for. We've known this for a while now, and it's been demonstrated greatly by the psychologists Chabry and Simons in their invisible gorilla experiment. What the study showed us was that if you instruct people to count the number of ball passes between people that are playing a game, they'll do just that. They'll count passes, and however unlikely it seems, they'll miss the appearance of a slow-moving gorilla in the middle of the circle. Our focus shapes our reality. This being the case, why not choose to focus on the highest ideal that we can possibly imagine? This is the great Christian idea of being Christ-like. Ultimately, it is our eyes, and we're focusing our eyes with using self-motivation. You get to aim, Peterson says. And in doing so, you could help direct the world a little bit towards what we call heaven, or the blessed place you could possibly imagine. And by doing this, you're moving the world a little bit further away from the worst place we can imagine. We get to aim. The idea that implies it's our choice, our willingness to control our own actions. The responsibility is our own. Sometimes life is going to throw you down. Maybe you don't deserve it, but life can never take away your ability. The ability that was given to you by God the Father, to bear the weight of your own cross by choice. Life can never take away that ability. It can never take away the ability that once you get knocked down, you can pick up your head. And then you can find the heaviest thing that you can carry, and you can pick it up and move forward. No matter how small or large this object may be, only then will that object mean something. We need it to mean something, for as Jung puts it, the least of things with a meaning is worth way more in life than the greatest of things without it. This meaningful journey that we have now chosen to aim at will inevitably weigh us down with responsibility, which is what makes finding our own capacity extremely important to achieving our goals. We need to set up a sufficiently orderly motivational structure that in turn allows us to explore the limits of our capabilities. This will keep our work fresh and exciting while remaining safe and secure. It allows us to make the proper sacrifices of time and energy to become the best version of ourselves that we can imagine. It will also give us the courage to stand up to the worst versions of ourselves, that is the potential in all of us, and then consciously choose not to become that person. Good people can do bad things, and it happens very quickly. We've all been there. A man that is pushed to his limits lets his negative attitude set his own traps for the continued failure, ultimately leading to saying things like, "I just can't catch a break." Well, maybe you can catch a break if you learn that it is only you that can update. Our motivations gives us the ability to update the processes that we've been implementing. We will always have the same hardware, but we can update our software. We all know the feeling of just doing just enough to meet the expectations of the task at hand. Updates are what prevents the mind from becoming complacent. We need to be intentional about assuming that there is always more to learn, and therefore always more to give. Sometimes this means leaving behind old habits that have been highlighted by internal audits conducted by yourself. One of the most useful things I've learned from reading Peterson is the advice to always assume whoever you're talking to is way smarter than you are, even if they disagree with you. Maybe they can still tell you about why other people may disagree with you as well, allowing you to have an impact on every single person you encounter, not just the ones that think just like you. Make your bed, says Admiral McRaven, a retired Navy SEAL. Sometimes starting with the smallest things lets the light of your motivations shine much brighter than you could ever imagine. If you just cleaned your room, Peterson says, then maybe once you get your own faculties in order, can you think about the broader impact of your decisions? This is hyper useful advice. Self-motivate. Create your own goals. Set up the structure that allows for that. When you start to do that consistently enough, then maybe when you step back, you can recognize the great impact that your network actually has. Your actions have ripples that make a difference in people's lives. So how are you going to choose to impact people? I've made the choice to inspire. I want to inspire people on their journey to self-motivation, inspire them to achieve their goals. I want to inspire people to pay attention and to aim high. Inspire people to stand up straight and show people how strong they are, not just tell them. I want to inspire people that the only way to learn constantly is to listen. So in the end, I hope people are inspired to be intentional in doing so that they can find the ultimate meaning of life, responsibility. But know, dear one, that every one of us is undoubtedly responsible for all men and everything on earth. That's what I call meaning. Now go out and go aim high. Become the greatest version of yourself. Make the world a better place. And achieve your goals through self-motivation. Thank you.